Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a focused learner trying to master advanced conversational English, but you're absolutely tired of getting bogged down in dry, boring grammar textbooks, you are exactly in the right place. Today, we're setting our sights on mastering the practical, everyday language of e-commerce.
Okay, let's dive into this. Who doesn't love a little bit of retail therapy? I mean, maybe our bank accounts aren't huge fans, but we certainly are, right? Pretty much all of us are browsing stores online every single week, if not every single day. But today, we're doing so much more than just looking at regular vocabulary. We're actually unlocking the exact conversational tools that native speakers use in the real world. In just a few minutes, you're going to be navigating English shopping websites like an absolute pro.
So here's the roadmap for our shopper's journey today. First, we'll look at browsing for the best deals. Then we'll navigate the checkout process, deal with order returns, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with a rapid review of our phrasal verbs. All right, let's jump right into part one, browsing for best deals, or as I like to call it, the hunt for a winter jacket. Picture this. You open your browser, you're completely immersed in the excitement of the hunt, and you start scrolling down a new clothing brand's homepage on the lookout for a brand new, high-quality winter jacket. And then, boom! Suddenly, a massive 50% off banner for new customers appears right in the middle of your screen. The phrasal verb for this action is pop up. It literally means to appear suddenly or unexpectedly, exactly like a discount advertisement trying to grab your attention. Naturally, it's a great deal, so you click on the jacket category to see what they've got. You scan the page and you spot it, the perfect red leather jacket. But oh no, you quickly discover it's completely unavailable in your size. It has sold out. Now, when a store has sold out of something, it just means they've sold all of their inventory for that specific item and there are absolutely none left to buy. It's incredibly frustrating for sure, but things go fast during major holiday sales, so you brush it off and check out a nice blue one instead. And luckily, they still have a few left.
And this brilliantly illustrates our next two concepts, shop around versus rip off. Before you just blindly add that blue jacket to your cart, you want to make sure you aren't paying an absolute fortune, right? You definitely don't want to get cheated out of your hard-earned money. So you shop around. You open up Google, maybe a few other tabs to check competitor prices before making your final decision. You do this because you don't want to get ripped off, meaning you don't want to be overcharged for something you could easily get cheaper somewhere else. Fortunately, it turns out your store actually has the absolute lowest price available online. Score! Time to add it to the cart.
That takes us straight into part two, navigating the checkout process, or the transaction logistics. Okay, now that you've found the ideal jacket at the absolute lowest price, it is time to pay. But wait, remember that 50% off discount code we saw earlier? To actually get it, you have to go through the slightly tedious but completely necessary process of creating a brand new account. The website asks you to register by providing your first name, last name, email address, and of course, your shipping address. Now, native speakers use these specific phrases constantly for website logistics. To sign up simply means registering for a service. And to fill out means completing a form by writing or typing your personal info into those blank spaces provided. Once you've filled out your details, you log in, and the system accepts your brand new account. So you go straight back to your shopping cart, and the system automatically applies or puts in that 10% welcome coupon for you. Now for the really important part, the final payment details. You need to enter your 16-digit credit card number, the expiration date, and the security code. And just cross your fingers you don't make a typo and have to start the whole thing all over again.
What's really interesting here is that these two highly practical phrasal verbs, type in and put in,
Well, they're used almost entirely interchangeably when you're finalizing payment details. They both just mean entering information into a computer field using a keyboard. It's as simple as that. Once you type in those details and hit confirm, you get a beautiful, successful confirmation email and a tracking number.
Which brings us to part 3, dealing with order returns, or handling the unexpected hiccup.
Because as we all know, online shopping isn't always perfect. Fast forward a bit and your package finally arrives this morning. But instead of the beautiful blue jacket you ordered, they sent you a bright green one. I mean, come on. And to make matters worse, the zipper is completely broken. Just our luck, right? You immediately open up the live chat on their website to report to the customer support representative that the item is the wrong color and completely damaged. But thankfully, we can relieve the tension here. The customer service agent is incredibly helpful. They sincerely apologize for the mistake and immediately offer a free exchange for a brand new blue jacket. When you ask what you should do with the broken green one, they give you these exact instructions. Please box it up, print the prepaid shipping label from our website, and drop it off at your nearest post office. Let's break down the agent's instructions step by step. It really goes to show just how simple resolving a problem can be when you understand the exact physical actions they're asking for. First, you box up the incorrect item. Then you drop it off at the post office so they can finally finalize your exchange process. So, the crucial point is knowing these specific verbs heavily reduces the stress of explaining a problem and finalizing a return. To box up means exactly what it sounds like, packing items inside a box to prepare them for shipping. And to drop off means taking an item to a specific place, like a post office or a delivery center, and leaving it right there. And finally, that brings us to part 4, phrasal verb rapid review, or the unpacking. First off, congratulations on surviving the shopper's journey. Let's move to and see how this builds a solid foundation for your memory with a quick, intensive review. Here's a rapid summary of the browsing and account creation vocabulary we encountered early in our story. Pop-up is to appear suddenly. Sellout means all inventory is completely gone. Shop around is comparing prices across different sites. Rip off is to overcharge or cheat someone. Sign up is registering for an account. And fill out is completing the blank spaces on a form. And let's quickly review the payment and customer service verbs we went over. Type in and put in both mean entering information with your keyboard. Box up is packing items for shipping, and drop off is leaving an item at a specific delivery location. Now, the next time you're shopping online, I highly encourage you to literally say these actions out loud in English as you do them. It helps so much. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a provocative question. What was the absolute last thing you bought online, and did you have to shop around for it? Really think about your answer using the vocabulary we learned today. Thank you so much for focusing in and learning with me. Remember to apply these skills in your everyday life, and I will see you next time.